Oh, okay. I'm really wet. I'm not joking. Soaking wet. Whew. Oh. So today I want to talk to you guys about why you shouldn't be an ambassador for a camera company. But first I need to dry my camera because it's really wet. Oh gosh, it's so wet. Right, my tool for cleaning, or drying rather, is this. This is the Nightcore BB2 blower, and I have recommended this. If you haven't seen the video, the link is up there somewhere. But then yeah, I used it to blow dry my camera, and it does a brilliant job for that. So hopefully I have battery. Yes, it is. So let me do this first. Woo. Okay, yes, almost there. Now, my two lenses are completely soaked, so let's dry them as well. So I told you that this guy is brilliant, right? Just blow dry everything. In fact, you know, I use this a lot, and I've been using it ever since I got it a few years ago. It's been in my camera bag like forever. Every time I travel, this thing will be fully charged, ready for actions. Highly recommended this guy. But anyway, let's talk about today's topic, right? Today I want to talk a little bit about you know, why you shouldn't be a camera ambassador. There's several reasons for it, because yeah, it can get quite heated, so brace for it. Yeah, why I say heated? Because obviously you all have your view about camera ambassadors. To be quite honest, for me at least, personally, it's an honor. It's an honor for a company to recognize your skills. It's a camera company who recognizes you as a photographer, as an artist, and also they believe in what you do. That's really, to me, is the ultimate prize for you know, being an ambassador, whichever company you're talking about, whether it's going to be OM System, Lumix, Canon, Nikon, you know, Sony, whatever, right? I mean, I think there are only a selected few can be an ambassador. So ultimately, I think this is like an award, so to speak, you know, achievement for any photographer to become an ambassador. But then again, you have to be aware what you're signing up for. First of all, you're signing up to represent a brand, a camera brand. Well, this is something that may not be suitable for everyone, right? A lot of you guys, myself included, use multiple cameras from different brands. I'll talk a little bit about me using different brands in a minute, but the ultimate thing is that we use different tools for different jobs or different type of photography or video contents that we create, right? We can never fix it one camera. You know, I use, for instance, what I'm filming right now is the DJI Pocket 3. I mean, I use my drone. I use large format cameras. I use film cameras. I use medium format. I use micro four thirds. I use anything, right? There is specific usage for each use case. And to me, I don't want to be fixed with just one solution, because like I said so many times in my previous videos, there isn't a perfect camera that really does everything well. If there is, I'm pretty sure those are lies. I can tell you that right now. You know, I love my micro four thirds. I mean, I like my OM System cameras because they do what I need them to do. But at the same time, I mean, like you've seen some of the retro videos that I've done recently. I mean, I love the Nikon ZF. You know, it's a full frame camera. It looks gorgeous. It's capable. It's got a really good AF and everything like that. But then again, it's not as rugged as my Micro Four Thirds system, and it's bigger and heavier as well. Considering, you know, it's supposed to be a film camera, like, you know, and all my film cameras that I used to use were pretty small, pretty compact. So they're not the same, you know, even though it looks similar, but the ZF is definitely on the big side. But anyway, that's besides the point. The point is, I use different gear for different things, and I just don't think a limitations or restrictions on what a photographer use is the ideal solution. And this is the point, right? OM system at the moment actually quite good for me, at least, and also they allow me to use other gear because they understand that the strengths and weaknesses of the system itself. The Micro Four Thirds is good for many things, but also deficiency in some other areas. And OM system in particular at the moment, obviously they are more outdoor, more wildlife photography, macro photography based, very heavy on that one. And you all know that if you follow me long enough that I do portraits, so it's not kind of in that genre. And also, I do a lot of filmmaking as well nowadays for commercial projects from small clients. So I do a lot of videoing, and they're also aware that OM system cameras ain't exactly built for video applications. So I use my Lumix cameras, you know, the G9 Mark II and the GX6, you know, they are very specific for filming. And now I'm exploring a little bit of the full frame side of it as well in terms of filming needs. Not necessarily I'm going to use full frame because, to be quite honest, they're way too big for what I do, and I like to be very mobile, very agile whenever I go out. So I tend to pack everything really small in this. Even in a rolling case will pack, you know, 2-3 Micro Four Thirds cameras because, you know, a case can hold that many stuff if you're using a very small system, and that's the beauty of Micro Four Thirds. I love that. If I have to use full frame, I mean, at max, I'll probably carry about 2 main cameras and a few lenses. The lenses are definitely a lot bigger, heavier, and more expensive. So for my type of budget, I don't usually go all out in full frame stuff because it just doesn't make business sense. But anyway, so this is, you know, the point that I'm trying to get across, and hopefully you guys understand. And I'm pretty sure some of you will agree that you will have multiple systems. You may actually use multiple brands as well, like I am. And you probably agree that just using one is not enough. But I do know that there are certain companies will only allow you to use their branded stuff. You know, so if you sign up for one brand as an ambassador, you can only use that brand of camera and lenses and gear. And I think that is pretty restrictive, and I don't like that. That's why, you know, there are other companies that approached me before, and after heavy considerations, I decided not to go with them simply because I don't want to be restricted as an artist, as a photographer. How could I possibly not use other gear? I can't, right? Second is reward. Right, being a camera brand ambassador can be very rewarding, both personally and also for business, if you so happen to own one. Like myself, I mean, I have a photography business, I have a filmmaking business, so being an ambassador can be quite good in a way that, you know, they would promote me. And maybe indirectly because they have to do a lot of collaboration with me when it comes to content creation, social media posts, and even sometimes get invited to stages to talk about things. And these are exposure that you don't normally get unless you are in the industry for long, unless you became known for some reasons, or you pay. You know, so this is really, really good in that sense, and I totally appreciate what OM System has done for me over the years, and Olympus. So this is fantastic. I mean, I love them for it. But at the same time, I mean, I do admire other people's work and things like that. You know, there's no such a thing that is an enemy in the photography world. I mean, I don't see other photographers as an enemy if they use other system, like other ambassador, for instance. I mean, I'm very friendly with Emily Lowry. I'm friendly with Sam, you know, from Sony. There's so many creators out there, so many photographers and filmmakers out there using other brands and the ambassador for their brands. Whenever we meet, we talk about contents, we talk about photography, we talk about filmmaking. We don't talk about cameras. We don't. And I don't know how people would get you know, upset every time when they see me using other gear or vice versa, other people using other gears. It's a weird thing, you know. I can understand brand loyalty. I can understand format loyalty. I can understand because, for instance, I built this channel up as a Michael Four Thirds channel. And I mean, early on it's more Leica, but later on it's definitely becoming more and more Michael Four Thirds focus. And now I'm at the stage of expanding my universe to include full frame, include APS-C, or for my retro series. Because I love the cameras, I love the retro styling. I mean, I don't want to just have one, I just want to have multiple, right? I mean, I'm you know, don't forget that I'm a photographer, but at the same time, I'm also a camera enthusiast. I'm also someone who kind of enjoy buying cameras and loving cameras for what they are, the design. I want to appreciate them, right? And I just don't want to be just having one line of systems and one line of thing. I mean, I like things in general, just like most of you do, right? But I'm not really a switcher. I'm not saying that I'm going to abandon Michael Four Thirds. No, far from it. You know, I'm actually a Michael Four Thirds dedicated fanboy. I still use my own system camera. Like today, heavy rain is still the system for me. But I use other system every now and then, and when I need to do certain things, for instance, I just enjoy the things that I do. But being ambassador can be very, very fun, and as obviously the perks would be having access to the latest and the greatest, and sometimes you get to get them, you know, as soon as they come out, much quicker than anybody else's. So that is cool. That is really cool. I'm not denying that. But at the same time, as a photographer, I don't want to be restricted, and that's the thing that I want you guys to understand. Certain companies in the world would not allow you to do that, and it just, I personally think you should allow to have the freedom of creation. You should have the freedom to use any gear that you have or you want to use to create your artwork, to create your piece, right? You don't want to be restricted for that. And so my personal advice is that if there is a camera company approach you and want to ask you to become an ambassador, you need to first assess before you say yes. You need to assess the situations, whether their gear will be satisfactory for your needs. 100%, I'm talking about 100% satisfying what you need. If you're a pure photographer, most likely any camera brand will do the job for you. And, but if you're a hybrid, and that's starting to get tricky. And if you're a dedicated video guys, that also can get a little bit trickier, because there's only some companies are really good at 100% like, you know, video dedicated stuff. I mean, only some of them would do cine cameras, for instance, and cine lenses. But if a hybrid, yeah, it's not every single camera can do that. Not every single brand allow you to have that options, or even good with both. Yes, they all can do video and still. Most of the cameras that I review these days have features on both sides, but not every one of them are good at both of them. I mean, I know there are hybrid cameras, dedicated hybrid cameras like the G9 Mark II is good for on both sides, but I don't think they're brilliant on either. It's a great camera, it's a great hybrid, don't get me wrong, but is it really good at stills? Not in particular. Is it really, really good with videos? I don't think so either, but there are better video cameras than G9 Mark II, and there is better photography cameras than G9 Mark II, so it isn't really the greatest thing on earth. I mean, GX6 to me still is the video beast. GX6 is my video camera, and the OM system cameras is my stills cameras. If I anything do in between, that I don't mind. When I'm going out just for a quick day out, that I would do both. And the G9 Mark II is obviously the choice for me. And also acting as a backup still camera for me at the moment as well. But it's really something that I want you to understand that side of it and appreciate what I'm just saying, because I don't want people suddenly leaving me comment about, you know, whenever I do something outside of Michael Four Thirds or outside of OM system, say, are you abandoning the format? I thought you're a Michael Four Thirds guy. Why are you using full frame? Why are you using APS-C? I get these comments a lot every time I post something else, and just mind you, I'm still a photographer. I'm a camera nerd as well. You know, I just like to buy camera and appreciate them, and I don't want to buy them in secret and just don't tell people. You know, I want to share my enthusiasm, my happiness to you guys. So I got a new camera, you know. But as soon as I show people that is not an OM system camera or Michael Four Thirds, people just say, oh, he's not talking about Michael Four Thirds now. Let's switch off. But I just want to share my happiness, that's all, and also my craft. as a photographer. I want to show you my photos. So sometimes I may test the lens from a full frame camera from other brands, and but I show photos in the review. So I just want to showcase what you can do with those lenses, but at the same time, I want you to appreciate my photography and my journey. And so this is kind of things that I want to open up and tell you guys today about ambassadorship, and making sure that you really do understand before you sign up. If you're someone to approach you, before you sign up that contract, put your signature on it, making sure you understand the restrictions there, making sure that you understand and appreciate the limitations there. If you do, that's totally fine. I'm happy for you. Maybe one day we'll meet and talk about photography and things like that. But yeah, don't just blindly sign it, because you may regret it later on when you think that you may need to use other gear which you're not supposed to or not allowed to, and that's the time when you start to regret it. So that's just it. This is my talk today, and hopefully I make you aware of what ambassadors is all about, because I genuinely enjoy being an ambassador for the system. I love the system. I believe in the system. I believe everything that they do, even though that they are currently very heavy on the micro four third, outdoor side, wildlife, macro photography. I'm a portrait guy, so it's nothing to do with what they're promoting at the moment, but we have a very good relationships there. We have a very lovely and kind of like a family kind of relationship with the team, both in the UK and in Japan. So like, I love them to bits. But yeah, I just enjoy being what I'm doing at the moment, and also the journey of my photography and this channel, and hope that I will take you guys with me. So if you do enjoy what I'm saying today, I hope that you do. And remember to give me this, and let me know in the comment section below what I just said, because I would like to hear from you. I would like to hear from your view about what I just said today, being an ambassador, or not good, or good being an ambassador, or using other gears, other platforms, and other brands. And let me know everything what I just said, and hopefully we can communicate and be friendly. And also you can follow me as a photographer and follow my craft as a photographer and video content creators, and we can make sure that we can explore this world with camera gears. Anyway, until next time, I'll speak to you all very soon, and stay safe and keep shooting, keep creating wherever you are, and enjoy. Bye for now.